Thanks, Cahirlock. Yeah, I support the motion. I'll be voting for the motion. I think it's absolutely correct to draw attention to the absence of a fair chance of equality, of a fair start that many children get. I think it's one of the most difficult things that we deal with in terms of casework is meeting kids who are living in hotels night after night, and the incredible disruption in terms of people's lives that is going to happen in the long run as a result of that. So I support the motion. I do think it would be hypocritical of us who protested against the policies of the Labour Party in government and the attacks on children that they in particular implemented, just to get up and say we support the motion and to forget about everything that happened. Because I think it is fair and reasonable to expect there to be a relationship between words and deeds in politics. I think people find it disgusting that there isn't, that when in opposition people say all the right things and then when in government they do all the wrong things, unfortunately. And so I think it's fair, and it's not a question of not having anything positive to say, and I will say some positive things at the end about what I think needs to happen. Now I will respond to your comments to Deputy Ellis that what he was saying was rubbish, because it's not rubbish. Unfortunately, the record of the Labour Party in government was particularly attacking and destroying the lives of children and creating some of the crises that we have today. Okay, well, let's listen to Social Justice Ireland on the Budget 2012 and in terms of the Department of Social Protection under the responsibility of Deputy or Minister then Joan Burton. Families with children are amongst the greatest casualties of the budget. Cuts to child benefit for the third and subsequent children, as well as the back-to-school clothing and footwear allowance, are draconian, when almost 1 in 5 children are at risk of poverty. The cumulative effect of these cuts will make life unbearable for many individuals and families. St Vincent de Paul, on Joan Burton's second budget, a lone parent with 3 children who had gone back to third-level education would lose €906 minimum a year as a result of Joan Burton's welfare cuts. Child benefit cuts in every budget from budget 2012 to 2014. The total cuts for a family with 4 children of €104 a month. Cuts of back-to-school clothing and footwear allowance in every budget. Cut in payments to lone parents. The cumulative loss as a result of then Minister Joan Burton's cuts from 2011 to 2016 for a lone parent with 2 children working part-time and earning €200 a week was €1,430 a year, an income loss of 12%. Or take the case of child homelessness, which the Labour Party is absolutely correct to highlight. But the figures for child homelessness weren't even counted before the Labour Party were in government, because it was such a negligible factor. In July 2014, there were 749 homeless children in emergency accommodation. By the end of April 2016, just before Labour left office, the number of homeless children had almost tripled to over 2,000, and that has obviously continued with the same policies. And why? Because under the Labour Party, including under the Minister of Alan Kelly, the building of council houses absolutely collapsed to an all-time low of 75 in 2015. Exactly. Some people got a lot of money in that time. The final point I'll make, just as a point about childcare costs, which are absolutely astronomical. The answer is not to outsource the state's responsibility for childcare through subsidising private childcare. It's to invest in a massive state-run and publicly owned childcare system. Such a systems already exist in several EU countries, including Spain and Italy, and ensuring there that the workers are actually well paid as opposed to the current condition of poverty wages. Thank you.